the obvious question is how it all came about. I mean, here we are sitting in the Smithsonian, which is the coolest museum I've ever been to in my life. How did that all come about?
The first movie increased the attendance at the American Museum of Natural History in New York by 20%, and it maintained. Like kids just started begging to go to that museum like they hadn't in a long time. And so, like, the Smithsonian was very eager to cooperate, and with that, all of this stuff to play with creatively, we left it to chance, absolutely.
That's funny. It's interesting you mentioned kids because, I mean, when I was growing up, history was, I mean, I hated it. You know, but now as a result of these films, you know, I think a lot of kids are taking a lot more interest in the subject. You know, was that part of the plan in the first place?
Certainly, we hope that these films are entertaining. But you know, in the first one, I think the kids learned a lot about Teddy Roosevelt that they probably did not know. I think in this one, kids will learn a lot about Amelia Earhart. Maybe they didn't know, and what a cool figure she was too. So, you know, while they're not educational films per se, I think they have that nice side effect of being educational films a little bit. Yeah.
And it's great, and it's worked. And Hank, you've come on board this time with a brand new character. I mean, what was it that attracted you to the role in the first place? Cool role, by the way. What was
it was funny.
Yeah.
You know, it was, you know, you knew this was a big franchise at this point, and the first one had done so well, so you're always psyched when they want you to join anything as successful as that. Yeah. And then reading it, it was really a delight. So, who am I to say no?
Absolutely. I got to ask you though. I mean, you're playing a villain in the film. Yeah. But at the same time, you're making him, I mean, hilarious. I got to tell you. Was that a challenge at all? I mean, how do you attack something like that? You know, he's the bad guy in the film. He's a character, real life character, but you got to make him funny.
I tried to make it as funny as I could and as silly as I could, and our fearless director. He was great, you know. He would really encourage what was funny, and then also really insist upon being dark and mean in the moments where it was meant to be that way. And he had kept a very good eye on that, and would push me. And sometimes we'd do two versions,
right? The
sillier version and the more frightening version.
Can you give me an example right now?
Well, it was very silly. Usually, when the character is a little more frivolous, it gets a little higher and up here.
Yeah.
You know, if you say something like this, it's difficult to really be that frightened, isn't it? However, if you go down here, it's a little more frightening, isn't it? Or it is to me, anyway.
God, I got chills
I'm
right
sorry.
now.
Are you okay?
You're
right.
Sweats.
I shouldn't really unleash that.
You should warn people you're going to do that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry.
Really? Okay, so how did it, I mean, you guys told us yesterday that you were inspired, you know, coming into the Smithsonian when you were younger. I mean, this must have been a joy. I mean, how did it spark your imagination with all these toys to play with? How did you choose which ones you were going to use?
Well, that was the thing, and there was so much here that, and of course we had to, you can't shoot in the museum entirely, so while they shot in the museum for about a week, they also had to build a set that looks exactly like the Air and Space, and on the same size, basically, as one of the wings, with everything in it that works. Rockets, airplanes, everything has to function.
Work on the planes was incredible. They built everything.
I wonder, I'm sure at certain points the production designers thought maybe we included a couple too many items.
Yeah. There can never be too many.
Yeah. Exactly. We very early wanted Amelia Earhart. We really wanted Larry Daly to have kind of a love interest, because the idea of a love interest that we know will be gone at the end of the night is such a great, wonderful, sad, tragic, happy idea. And Amelia Earhart is just such an icon that we knew we wanted her.
Well, it's all worked. All aspects of the film. I'm going to say once again, congratulations, you guys. And Hank, you totally rocked, man. You were awesome.
Thank you, my friend.
Oh, good. I love that. Awesome. Thank you very, very much.